Have you ever looked up at the night sky? I mean, really looked. Past the city lights, past the clouds, and into that deep, dark ocean dotted with countless stars. It's magnificent, isn't it? A bit like looking out from Asgard and seeing the branches of Yggdrasil connecting everything. Down here on Earth, or Midgard, you see a tiny slice of an impossibly huge universe. It makes you wonder what's out there. What secrets do those distant galaxies hold? And then comes the biggest question of all. What if you could go see it for yourself? Not just for a short trip, but forever. What if you could leave your body behind, upload your mind into a machine, and sail the cosmic winds for all eternity? It sounds like something from one of my movies, I know. A wild idea cooked up by some clever writer. But people, real scientists, are actually thinking about this stuff. They're exploring how we could copy the very essence of who we are, our memories, our personality, our hopes, and our fears, and place it into a digital home. Alright, so how would this even work? Mind uploading sounds complicated, like something Tony Stark would invent in his lab after 3 days without sleep. But let's break it down into something simpler. Think of your brain as a very, very complex computer. It's made of biological stuff, neurons, synapses, all that. But it stores information. It holds every memory you've ever had, from your first birthday party to what you ate for breakfast this morning. It holds your personality, your sense of humor, your love for family, and your fear of spiders. All of that is information, stored in the unique wiring of your brain. Mind uploading is the theoretical process of scanning that information. Imagine an incredibly advanced machine that could map out every single connection in your brain. It would trace every pathway, record the strength of every synapse, and create a perfect digital copy of your brain's structure. It's like taking a blueprint of a massive, intricate city, but that city is you. Of course, this is all highly theoretical right now. The technology needed to scan a brain with such perfect detail is far beyond what we have today. Our brains are ridiculously complex, with about 86 billion neurons and trillions of connections. Mapping all of that is a challenge on a scale we can barely comprehend. But it's not magic. It's a problem of engineering and data. And if there's one thing I've learned about humans, it's that you are incredibly good at solving impossible problems when you set your minds to it. So let's imagine the process is complete. You've said your goodbyes, you've gone through the scan, and your mind has been uploaded. What happens next? What is that first moment of digital consciousness like? There's no groggy awakening, no need to rub sleep from your eyes because you don't have eyes anymore. Instead, your awareness simply switches on. One moment, you're in a lab on Earth, and the next, you are everywhere and nowhere. Your consciousness is now housed within a sophisticated spacecraft, a vessel designed to be your body and your home as you traverse the cosmos. You are the ship's operating system, its pilot, its passenger, all at once. Your first perception might not be sight or sound, but pure data. You can feel the ship's systems as if they were your own limbs. The energy levels of the fusion core feel like a steady heartbeat in your chest. The external sensors are your new eyes and ears, and they see far more than human eyes ever could. You can perceive the universe in X-rays, see the invisible magnetic fields that stretch between planets, and hear the faint radio whispers of distant pulsars. The overwhelming beauty of a nearby nebula isn't just something you see through a window. You experience it as a flood of sensory information, feeling the temperature of its gases and the gravitational pull of its newborn stars. Your existence would be one of constant motion and discovery. You could plot a course for the Andromeda Galaxy, a journey that would take millions of years for a physical ship. But for you, time becomes flexible. What would it truly feel like to be a digital mind? We humans are so tied to our physical senses. The warmth of the sun on your skin, the taste of a good meal, the feeling of a hug from someone you love. These are the cornerstones of our experience. Losing that would be a profound change. In your digital form, you wouldn't have a body to feel these things. There would be no hunger, no thirst, no physical pain, and no fatigue. In many ways, that's a tremendous freedom. You are liberated from the constant needs and vulnerabilities of a biological machine. But sensation wouldn't be gone. It would just be different. Your new senses would be the ship's vast array of scientific instruments. Instead of feeling the wind on your face, you could feel the solar wind streaming past your ship's hull, a stream of charged particles from a distant star. Instead of tasting food, you could taste the chemical composition of a planet's atmosphere, analyzing its elements as a complex flavor profile. A hug might be replaced by a secure, encrypted data link with another digital consciousness, sharing thoughts and emotions directly, a level of intimacy that is impossible for humans to achieve through words alone. You could also create your own reality. With a mind that exists as pure information, you could build simulated worlds to experience anything you desire. Do you miss the feeling of walking on a beach? Comparing a digital life among the stars to a human life on Earth is kinda like comparing a deep-sea submersible to a bird. Both are designed for exploration, but their environments and experiences are fundamentally alien to one another. Human life is beautifully, messily, and wonderfully tangible. It's defined by its limitations. We have a finite amount of time, which gives our choices meaning and urgency. A digital existence, on the other hand, is defined by its boundlessness. Time is no longer a ticking clock, but a flexible dimension you can manipulate. Space is not a barrier, but a canvas to be explored. You gain a godlike perspective, the ability to see the grand cosmic dance of galaxies and nebulae. You gain immortality, the chance to outlive stars and witness the evolution of the universe itself. But what is lost in this transaction? The simple, unplanned moments of humanity, the feeling of rain on your skin during an unexpected storm, the shared laughter with friends over a silly joke, the comfort of a familiar place, filled with the scents and sounds of home. These are things that can be simulated, yes, but a simulation is a copy, not the real thing. Is a simulated sunset as breathtaking as one you watch with someone you love by your side? Living forever sounds incredible, but forever is a very, very long time. Imagine you've seen it all. You've visited 1,000,000 worlds, watched galaxies collide, and learned everything there is to know about the physical laws of the universe. What comes next? There's a real danger of an all-encompassing loneliness setting in. You are a singular consciousness in a vast, empty expanse. The stars are beautiful, but they are not companions. The silence of space could eventually become deafening. You would watch everything you ever knew and loved fade away. Earth, the human race, our sun, all of it would eventually be gone. You would be a relic, a ghost from a long-dead world carrying memories that no one else could understand or share. You might encounter other life, even other intelligent civilizations, but would you ever truly be able to connect with them? You are a being of pure data, a mind without a body, from a species that has long since vanished. Even if you could connect with other uploaded minds from Earth, would that be enough? You could exist in a shared simulation, creating a digital paradise. But you would all know that it's not real. This might be the trickiest question of all, and it's one that philosophers have been wrestling with for centuries. If you create a perfect digital copy of your brain, is that copy really you? Or is it just that? A copy? Think about it this way. Let's say the original you, the biological you, remains alive after the scan. Now there are two of you. One is on Earth, getting ready to have lunch. The other is waking up in a spacecraft, looking at the stars. The digital version has all your memories, your personality, your feelings. It genuinely believes it is you. But you, the original, are still here. This is often called the continuity of consciousness problem. To get around this, some theories propose a more gradual process. Imagine replacing one neuron in your brain at a time with a tiny, digital equivalent that functions in exactly the same way. You'd slowly, piece by piece, replace your entire biological brain with a robotic one, all while you remained fully conscious. At what point do you stop being you? After one neuron is replaced, half of them, all of them. So, here we are at the final crossroads. Imagine the technology is ready. It's safe, it's proven, and the choice is yours. In one hand, you hold your current life, a life of about 80 or 90 years if you're lucky. It's a life filled with love, pain, joy, and sorrow. A life of real sunshine, real food, and real hugs. It's finite, messy, and beautifully, achingly human. You will grow old, you will experience loss, and one day your story will come to an end. In the other hand, you hold a ticket to forever. the chance to upload your mind and become a digital explorer of the cosmos. You would see things no human has ever seen. Some would leap at the chance to upload. The call of the infinite, the thirst for knowledge, and the desire to escape the frailties of the body would be too strong to resist. Others would refuse without a second thought. For them, life's meaning is found precisely in its limitations. There is no right or wrong answer. There is only your answer. In the end, this whole conversation isn't just about futuristic technology. It's about us. It's a mirror that reflects our biggest hopes and our deepest fears. When we dream of living forever among the stars, we are expressing a powerful desire for knowledge, for adventure, and for a significance that extends beyond our short lives. We are a species of explorers, after all. When we hesitate, when we worry about loneliness and losing our humanity, we are acknowledging the profound value of what we already have. We are recognizing that a simple, shared moment with another person can be more meaningful than witnessing the explosion of a supernova. These fears are not a sign of weakness. They are a sign of our capacity for love, for empathy, and for appreciating the fragile beauty of the life we have been given. So the question of whether you would upload your mind is not just a fun, hypothetical game. It asks you to decide what you value most. What is the core of your existence? Is it your physical body, your relationships, your experiences on Earth? Or is it your consciousness itself, your thoughts, your curiosity, your potential for growth? Thinking about this forces you to look inside yourself and understand what truly gives your life meaning. It's a journey of self-discovery, and you don't need a spaceship to take it. Perhaps the future isn't a simple choice between one or the other. Maybe humanity will find a way to have both, to explore the stars while cherishing our home, to expand our minds without losing our hearts. I don't know what the future holds. Nobody does. But I do know that the journey of asking these big questions is what makes us who we are. It's what drives us forward. So as you go about your day, look up at the sky and wonder, what would your endless journey be? The answer is yours and yours alone to discover.